Oh, myself a wedgie. So I've got some upper body strength in today's session, and then 45, 60 minutes easy bike to finish off with. Main lift today is going to be bench press, doing some overhand pull-ups. And yeah, I've not benched properly for a good few weeks now, like getting back into it like last week, really actually feeling my strength come back. So this should be a good session. This will be a good session. As I've progressed in my training knowledge and experience and trying to continuously get to that next level, the more that I've started to understand and realise how important it is to actually get your body ready to train. All that preparation, all that priming work really does go a long way when it comes to your main work, your main sets, not just from a physical preparation standpoint, but also getting in the session, getting your mindset right, being present in the session and ready to focus on the task at hand really does go a long way. And I think like at the sort of like the higher you go up in terms of sort of like elite level athletes, I think they're just able to do the simple, boring things really well and consistently as well. And this goes over into so many different areas and aspects of life. Is like everyone wants to do the big, exciting, fun stuff, but really it's the small, simple, consistent stuff that makes a big, big difference further down the line. So you're the only one, 'cause I don't trust these niggas, I don't trust these. Something that's so important that as I build up to my working weight in my working set is that I'm just setting that intention straight from the beginning. Even though there's no weight on the bar, I'm still bracing fully. I'm feeling the mind muscle connection in my chest, and I'm just setting that intention of being explosive and being powerful from the off. I'm not just lifting it casually, even though there's no weight on the bar, still being powerful, still being explosive. And I think that's so important. So in today's bench press focus, I want to hit at least 5 to 7 reps for 3 sets. And I'm going to do 90 for the first working set, as that's really what I want to be working with, at least. I should be able to do that. I can do that. So I'm going to do that. And then ideally just building that up within that rep range for those 3 sets. So if the first 2 move really well, I might go up in weight on the last set, but see how it moves from the go. You already know, you only live once, that's a model, nigga, y'all know when we buy it every day, and still on the best, we go, every day, but when anybody say, can't send the money anyway, real nigga, what's up, running, time for I'm calling niggas out like the other 7 grand, almost down to the plus. Live in the same building, but we got different views. I got a couple cars, I never get to use. Don't like how we're the single, and these days, all the girls are down the road. I hit the strip club and all the bitches find the phone. Plus, I'm a singer, so shit. Tell my girl to tell her friend. Let's have it. 95 on this one. Gonna go for 5 reps, but just as many as we can. So let's go. We've got some weighted chin-ups now. I'm not sure how these are gonna go. Haven't done these in a long time. So I'm gonna start off pretty light, probably just add 5 kilos. That might be too much to be honest, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. No sloppy reps, no sloppy reps. Let's go a bit wider, see how that feels. Wait. We'll go no weight for the last one. Just as I don't like to feel like I'm swinging and swaying too much. I like good control on my reps. So with your pull-ups, you want to be like roughly just wider than shoulder width. If I'm too narrow, I'm going to get a lot of bicep activation, which I felt like I got like on that first set. So nice and wide. I'm going to think about bracing into my little fingers basically. Drive through there. Still a bit narrow. Slipped a bit there, threw me off. Had it on my wrist going nuts. Then saw me slipping, was okay, so what? Someone hit the block, and it was us. Then I had some rosewood, this shit too plush. Say my dick, but I keep waking up. No, you see my text, baby, please get up. Wine by the flash on the cheesecake, huh? Gotta move on my release day, huh? Bitch, this is fame. I don't even know what that's about. Watch your mouth. Baby got an ego twice the size of the ring. That was hard. Fuck. So drop down. Fucking hell. Oh, myself a wedgie. So just finished strength session. Gonna eat, catch up with some client work, go for a little walk, and I'm gonna get straight into that bike session. The time is currently 1:20. Once I've been for a walk and stuff, obviously bike, and then I've got evening PTs starting from 4 until 7. So looking forward to that. But yeah, bit of client work, food, some steps, some cardio, eat again, and yeah, let's get stuck in. So just ate there, going to Morrison's now to get some fruit, and just because I want to walk, see some daylight, some sunlight, not just stuck in the gym. I'm not stuck in the gym, but you know, it's nice to get outdoors, nice to be outside. So I've been recently organising a goal setting exercise for the gym and to deliver a talk to our members, and it's been really sort of nice and eye-opening for myself to sort of like reflect on my own journey. You know, I'm 30 this year, and when I was like 25 and like a half, let's say, because I was like 6 months into the year, anyway, not that important, that I really started to make a change in my own life. And it got me really thinking about, you know, why I do this and how I got here and what's important to me. And something that was really eye-opening was just made me realise that I started off wanting to prove to myself that I can do hard things, and now it's about, you know, instilling that belief in other people and helping them see that in themselves, that they can also do hard things and go after the things that they want in life, because we are all capable of so much more than we think, so much more than we allow ourselves to believe. But it is that belief that inhibits us in the beginning. You know, if you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right. So it's about using other people for inspiration, using what they've done and the success that they've had, and taking action on that, using that inspiration and turning it into action, going after your own goals and what you want to achieve, because you are capable at the end of the day. But if you never show up, if you never take action, you'll never realize that. And something else that's so important is, like, so many people, they're just out of the fight before it's even started, because they just have that belief that I can't, so they don't even try. Like, that's the first obstacle that you need to overcome. It's just that I can't. You can. And you just have to take action. What's that first step? And that's what this goal setting exercise is all about, is just getting inspired by other people, using that inspiration to find your own goal, what you want to go after, and then just looking at that big picture and breaking it down into a point where you can see the next step, or see that first step that you actually want and can and will take action on. And then you just start that journey, you start that path, and there's going to be ups and downs, there's going to be trials, and it's not going to be easy, but in the end it'll be so worth it. So what's your first step? And Jordan Peterson has a great quote on this, that when you want to begin that journey, you have to be humble, because the first steps, they're not sexy, they're not shiny, they're not really on paper that impressive. But if you can't do the small things, how can you expect to do the big things? Like, you need to start where you're at and build yourself up over time, and that is how you can be great. I don't really need much else. I'm just practicing overcoming my fear, talking to camera in public, in the shop, seeing what people think. Obviously they don't care, they're not going to think anything, but for some reason there's that little voice, that feeling, that uncomfortable feeling that people are looking at you, people are thinking stuff. It's just very confusing, it's just awkward, uncomfortable, but we move, we're doing it, we're doing the thing. I've just walked past every aisle, not even know what I'm looking for, and I've gone all hot, but it's good. This is the best I've ever done with talking in public. I'm down the wrong aisle now. Successful little fruit shop there. Might have gone overboard on the 3 for £5 offer, but I just want some fruit in the fridge at work for when getting a bit hungry or a bit snackish. I'm dieting down at the moment for my holiday, so just trying to regulate that. Something that I've found through dieting in the past is that you can go a long way just through making like smarter, intentional choices, weighing yourself pretty consistently, and just knowing that you have that goal. When you know what your goals are, it's easy to move towards it. I think that's like a lot of people's issues, is like just not being super clear on what they actually want for themselves. But the clearer that you can get on your goals, the more intentional you can be around the actions that are required in order to achieve that goal. So make sure that you get clear, be intentional, and take action. Those handlebars are really high. We're going to get into some bike work now. Actually, probably up 50 minutes to an hour. Probably closer to 50 minutes actually. It's 20 past 2, so let's get cracking. Gonna watch some education videos I've been doing, so that's it for this one. Peace out.